Let me get this out here. You all set? Yep. All right, 1, 2, 3, go.
Good, hey, let's go fast.
Can you hear me on the mic too? Awesome, thanks. All right. And we're live. What time is it? This is the 1:15 game on Saturday afternoon. It's about 52 degrees with a slight breeze. Let's see, I don't know who's on this field, so who do we have here?
We have Marquise, Jay, White. You can read it.
Marquise. Is that Javi? Is that how you say that?
We said just call him Jay.
Jay?
Keep it simple.
Alright. Then we have Wyatt as our field. And Alex as our back. Okay, thank you. Man, we got 2 flags early in the game here. Does this team know how to play flag football? Gotcha. Penalty enforcement so far. Nice clear announcement. Pass. Alex, good hustle at back. Wyatt, good hustle there as well on your sideline. And yeah, and Jay even got down here, flying down the sideline, getting the spot. Good hustle there on that long pass. And then we have Marquise cleaning up the play. Making sure nothing crazy happens. Nice. So just a reminder that at the start of every single game, we need to be checking for pockets, checking for shirts tucked in, jewelry, worn correctly. Looks good right now. We've been together all street. We had a play go out to the right side. There's some contact. I think we might have defensive. Pass interference. Half the distance to the goal, a whole yard and a half. All right. Good announcement. And Jay at line judge, if you can. It is when he reports. Okay, so I'm curious about what just happened on that play there. Pull flag in the middle, pop the ball out. Okay.
Verbalize it. And then you saw it. I'm not going to say that that was like deep throw, so they're not going to lose, but I think that's definitely chance we save for a big play.
Why? Make sure that you're taking a look at those players as they're off the sideline. Bring them back in and turn back into the field instead of just having your spot on the goal line there. But I like that we all got fourth down up. We're communicating well. This is a big play both ways, so we'll see what comes of it. Two guys in motion. Make sure they get set. Good no call back.
After that, where he lined up.
Mechanics here. We can take a look at that play just to see what happened. But there might have been a little contact. It was throwing into double coverage, jump ball. In the game, I don't know. 8:40 into the game, is that what you're wondering? I think he secured possession of it. We'll take a look. I'll give that one a little star. Stretch out the calf.
Dude, I remember one time when I was playing football, and I think we jumped outside. We jumped outside for 3 plays in a row. And our coach did like 50 push-ups, like took it away of me and telling me because we were doing push-ups. Yeah.
Wow.
Terrible. You want to look at it
Good. Let's hustle back and get the spot here, line. All right, so we'll definitely take a look at that play that we just had. That big guy's been an outlet for him constantly.
Probably have UC there too.
So, on the big man?
Yeah,
Oh, I didn't see what happened at the end.
we did like a 360 jump.
Oh, a little celebration.
I mean, debating on what we just had is what we celebrate.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's a close play. I didn't think there was anything before the catch.
I think it's the bigger guy gets the ball.
So we had a catch, then we got some contact. We had Green trying to go for the flag, I think.
I don't have that on the big guy. Before the catch. You're calling after. I'm saying before the catch. Oh, you're saying for the offense come on?
So we called it on the offense.
I don't think.
Again, so illegal contact.
I don't think there's enough contact.
This is a really tough call.
I think it's a little bit incidental.
So there's a couple things where offense gets the catch, then he starts to move upfield. Green is there to pull his flags and ends up getting trucked. I think this is a good call because I'm going to ask myself, like, what could the defender have done differently? He was there, he was trying to pull the flags, and I think we made the right call because it was offense that ended up going upfield. It's an unfortunate play, but it's one I think we got right here.
Did you write down when all that action double crashing?
Are we going to pause the camera and start fresh for the second quarter? Or are we? Yeah? We'll pause? Okay. All right. Thanks. All right, we're starting off the second quarter here. Black's ball. Then we're going to switch over the hash. I feel like that quarter change took too long. Let's remember that's not a timeout for the teams. Let's just make the quick switch and let's move on.
No question about that one.
Nice. So I hope we had a pregame about that play right there because our line judge was very assertive on that play and our field judge was just on the other side quiet. So at what point is line judge taking over that call? Usually it's going to be close to the sideline or on the sideline. That one I think might have been a little bit too far in the middle where field judge is really going to be on that line to sell the call first. And line judge should be a little more patient there.
Y'all see that play? That's right, actually. Brian, just note that play. Because my question, I think they're going to call it on the offense here, but I don't know if there was space for the defensive player to go beneath.
So we have illegal contact on defense?
No, they blew it on the
On the offense, okay.
I think our blockers were close enough that there wasn't space, and he tried to...
So the defender tried to split potentially? Okay, we can take a look at that. Good mechanics for the double stakes.
What's the time, Brian?
2 minutes into the film in the second quarter. Is he going to get off the field? Okay, yeah. Oh, good hips. Oh!
Get someone a dancing partner.
Okay, so on that play, that's got to be our field judge. So Wyatt, you have to be a little more assertive. Jay, you have to hold back and be patient. And that play was a lot closer to the middle of the field. I wonder if Jay was just the field judge last game, so he got it all in his system. It's a little intimidating. It's a little intimidating. Oh, you forgot the flags. Okay. Whose line is it anyway?
Okay. You got the first one.
So he initiated the contact, move forward. Good explanation.
You had illegal contact on me for pushing off the block. The country gave him a nice belly bump out there. Oh no, I thought it was a little bit too young.
I didn't see it.
Note it. Note it.
So we're at 6 minutes. So we're looking at illegal contact, whether that was on the offense or defense. So we called it on the offense and explained it to the player. What was that? There was. Oh, okay. So maybe looking at flag guarding potentially there. We'll take a look at that one if we have time. That big man is going up. Yeah, he is. That touchdown was. Here's a play we can take a look at like 8:30 on the clock. So we had illegal contact on the offense called. There's a few things that we can take a look at. Okay, so we're under 2 minutes now. Just hit the 2-minute warning.
I felt like they were. I felt like there's no sense of urgency there.
Wait, you're at 10:40 right now?
Mm-hmm.
But oh, okay, yeah.
That'll happen.
All right, let's check out the 2-minute mechanics. Make sure we're all on the same page. Good verbal and nonverbal communication. Alex already starting off strong, saying we're going to start on the snap.
Okay.
Did we talk penalty enforcement? There's been a couple of penalties we've not enforced properly.
You want to talk about that?
I think overall, I would like to, I mean, I know we're doing that loud.
All right. Alex got a flag for holding on the defense.
But I don't think we have like any other communication with the sales or with
About mine.
yeah, and then with the participant meeting.
So we should be communicating that it's going to be on the ready. All right, let's see this crew step up with our 2-minute mechanics here. Okay, clock's rolling, good.
Oh, they have actually.
We've had multiple penalties not forced cancels.
What else besides that is
There's a couple of times where we just not doing the it's happened a couple of times where the league contact you and
Contract from the previous spot.
yeah. It's not just been a one-time thing.
I think it's been 3 times.
I think it's been 3 times too. And I think that's an entire season.
Yeah, oh,
Penalty enforcement is a crew responsibility. Correct.
Now, when we say this, because this is my first regional, but you guys said the down box. The down box, is that something?
We had another penalty.
Pissed as a player would you be? Is it how pissed as a player would you be?
I wonder what the conversation is right now.
Give it.
Are we talking with each other? With two?
So we just had a little contact on the defense called right there. We had a lot of conversation between the players. And now we have a timeout. That was a pretty long segment for us.
you don't have double whip.
All right, now we let the field judge do something.
Roger Stat. Bart, Elma, Kristen, Joe. Yeah, Danny.
Wound up overturning.
All right, C2 mechanics, good job stopping the clock over there, Wyatt. And we had back mirror line and our mirror that stopped. Yeah, Alex has the nonverbal and run on the snap because the ball went out of bounds. Legal snap. That's that too. He's not wrong. And will we get out of bounds? Clock is stopped. And they still want a timeout. Why, that's good game awareness, just asking if they still want that timeout after announcing that the clock has stopped. Yeah, Alex is killing it from back judge right now with his under 2 minute mechanics.
He's been killing it from back there, period.
Nice catch. Okay, that play was about, what, 20, 30 yards downfield. Back judge was on the line and had the whistle in the short call as well. I'm glad line judge did not have an opinion on that. Line judge coming up the field late into the play should not have an opinion. But Wyatt over at field judge can have an opinion on that as well and confirm that he was short. All right, so quarterback spiked the ball. We have an unsportsmanlike conduct. I like my flag right there. That flag throw just because or did have it. I think the quarterback wasn't even too upset. He kind of just knew he did it.
Hey,
Marquise, you could slow down just a little bit on your report. It's a little fast, but you can just slow down a little bit. We're not in any hurry at that point. Clock isn't moving. Go up to the big guy, man. This is the goal line play for him. From our side, I'm okay with that no call. I think that big guy's going to look for a call every single time because he runs these specific goal line plays for him.
This goes back, you penalize him for being a big man. That's my question for you too. With that similar contact he called, don't rush, play safe. Would it affect his control of the shot? Safe, no flipping, play now.
Yeah, I didn't. Sometimes I can see him getting into it. Because he was saying,
It happens multiple times.
Sometimes you're good.
When I keep getting crashed into, what the hell?
It's less safe.
And they're going right back to it. Looked like a good catch. Green is looking at our officials for a penalty, but I don't think there was one there. That big man's got good hands.
I'm not allowed to comment on it right now because I'm supposed to be positive today, so...
Well, no, but I'm saying it's so calm. What? Don't go this way, go this way, go this way.
Don't go this way.
Hey, Greg,
Do we have to throw that? Did we set that up?
So Marquise, we were talking about on the mic earlier, just for you slowing down a little bit. We had a 5-yard penalty, and we went about 4 people that can help us out with that. Also, just look at your mechanics of when you're signaling to the offense, your hand is getting about up to your hip and not any higher. So keep that in mind. All right, but now we're in reverse goal line mechanics. You're back on the goal line. Jay's going to have to get back. Sorry, you're on the end line. Jay's going to have to get back to the goal line, and field are going to adjust. Good mechanics. Goal line. kicking.
Hey, offense, get your ball.
Wow, they have a kicking ball.
Have your attention, please. There's a white band in the parking lot with your lights on. White band in the parking lot with your lights on. Thank you.
Every state university vehicle, white band, everybody state university vehicle.
All right, punt mechanics. Alex, I would say take a couple steps back because we're making sure that we're behind that last receiver. It was a deep punt, so we're going to go back with those players as they continue to go back as well. But we can look at some punt mechanics there, review that.
Touchback if it crossed it. High Yes, and you're on kick. I have no idea what you're I don't do high school football. But high school football. Alright.
I'm not in Florida. I don't know what other states.
That's a great interception. That dude is long.
Did you see that pump fake?
All right, hey Jay, look at those players. Good. You turned your head, but you can open up your whole body and take a look at those players too. See, right now I can see you turning your head and looking back at them, but that spot's not going anywhere. Open up your body, watch them come all the way back into the field first.
Again, not enough.
Not enough. No penalty.
He just is the product of being in a place where there's contact, but it's not because he's good.
At some point, you have a big man, especially in non-contact flag football.
So maybe you verbalize.
Big country getting
Tell him to be skinnier. That's Whoops, I was live for that. We're just talking over on our sideline. That big man is going to be at the goal line for all those plays. He's already had, I think, 4 coming his direction this game so far. He does a great job of using his body and putting himself in the right place without really having advantage or disadvantage for the other team. So eventually I can see this green team getting frustrated with him and starting to contact him more. So I would keep an eye out for that if you're going to be on those goal line plays. Yeah, man, Alex was calm and composed. He got to his spot and called a touchdown. Fancy, he doesn't really need to.
Yeah, he's not trying to he's not trying to overcompensate. Doing my job.
Yeah, I would like to see him be more of a crew leader, though, if he can. Like, he's communicating well. But I'm just kind of waiting for a time when he needs to step up in a situation. And we'll see. See, of the score. We haven't been seeing enough of that this weekend. But between the players and so our officials are on the same page. Love it.
But that's like, well, I probably won't see it. What?
Did you think there was enough for a flag there?
I would say yes because it completely impeded their rushing.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
I'll write it down. I didn't think so. What did I miss back there?
He's just been doing it a lot, but
Guys, back up, back up! Let the medical staff get him! Back up! Who's that boy? Hey. Tell you what, I love these boys. Just because he's loud. They're always fine.
So there's some questions going on the sideline of whether that was illegal contact. Who was it on the offense?
21 black.
I didn't see anything.
I didn't think there was anything illegal there.
Stop down himself.
I guess so.
So maybe there was two different things there?
yeah, we have the rusher on green trying to split block.
Okay.
Was it enough?
What it was, I had 21 coming across, and his contact bumped one, I think it was one green, into another black player.
I just thought this.
Nice catch.
Wow.
That was nice.
That was really nice.
All right, so we had another big man play right there. I think it was well officiated from you, Alex, with no calls back there. We're just going to have to keep an eye out. Odds they're going to the big man again on this play. Yeah, Wyatt, I'd like to see you come into the field a little bit more and get off that sideline. Don't get too attached with it. When there's contact plays where we don't have a penalty like we just did right there, it's a good opportunity for us to come in and just have a presence on the field and talk to some players. We ready to go now? 1, 2, 3, go. All right, so we had a little pass interference on the defense right there. So first we were face guarding, which by rule is now legal. We can face guard, but then he threw in a little more than face guarding and just pushed him to the ground. So, right, I was saying that there's not that rule anymore. Is what I was saying. So good get. We were at the 16, 8, yeah, so we're fine. Illegal snap. There's no simulation of the snap.
Yes, sir.
Leave the lizards and draw the gators.
Grab the gators. Grab the gators and leave the lizards. Only get the stuff you need to.
No. It's from Georgia. Leave the lizards and grab the gators. On that pass interference, that was a gator.
What are you laughing at, Rob?
The little
What's wrong
you like you do the whole big head thing and then the cute little
Hey, I really like how Jay has hurt us at halftime. He's backed off those lines and letting Wyatt take over. Yeah. Just a good job of implementing feedback at halftime, so that's a good thing. Nice catch. Oh, out of bounds. But we can still use that extra little mechanic of you pointed to, which I'm glad that you knew what the call was or why it was incomplete, but I think pushing out to the side is a little bit larger and lets everyone know what you had. Good balls away.
That'll get me on relax.
All right, so we had a nice long pass going down the field. And then we had pretty much a tackle. Just grabbed the back of his shirt and pulled him to the ground. We can.
Would we? Because I feel like we would.
We can probably toss that guy out of the game. So as we're having that conversation, I saw field judge and back judge both had a flag on that play. Let's have a conversation back there to see if this might warrant getting that player out of the game. But you know what? It didn't really have a big effect on the play or on the game. That player didn't complain too much. He was just happy we got the flag. So all in all, it seems like we're okay with the flag that we did get on the play. On the sideline over here, we're talking about that could potentially be an ejection. So something we can take a look at the film again and see from your perspective what y'all had. All right, we can take a look at. They called illegal contact on it.
We also have our line judge shaking his head no and then going up with the touchdown. I don't know what he was shaking his no in reference to.
He was shaking his head no, then went up with the touchdown.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think that's definitely a good play to take a look at. So, again, we're looking at. I wrote down 6 minutes when the play started. And we were talking about that 95-5 for line judge, field judge. That was probably right around that 5 for the line judge. So I think that right there. But we can take a look at it. when the team calls timeout, let's just make sure we're all stopping the clock, get that mechanic out of the way, and then we'll have our referee report it. There we go. So Marquise, again, like just take a look at your reports whenever you're in between those cones. Just slow down a little bit and work on those mechanics being clean, crisp, and accurate.
The way he phrases is very different about his own player.
What?
The way he phrases like the down is very different.
That's black. Thanks.
I don't know that they've had a game off yet.
They have not. They've played every single game.
Oh my
Oh! Second catch he's made like that.
That was a nice catch.
That wow.
Second catch he's made.
Timeout, timeout.
Yeah, really.
I hope we got that on film.
That was insane.
You mean like in terms of?
That's a gold star play right there.
No, we can cut it up in the Sports Center. He had another one earlier.
Yeah, he was like flipping through the air when he
You put it
caught
on
it.
this neighborhood place where it's all viewer submitted plays? Get there. I'm not talking about competing against the championship games that are on tonight. No, I'm talking about.
I think he flag guarded on that play.
One possession game, probably the play now.
Very strong play.
Not all of the 3 timeouts.